The only huge event was the meteor thing, yes?
that I know of right now.
Okay.
Well, there is something else. The quarantined islands. That's kind of a big deal.
Okay.
Um, up near the crater, they have a. Again, your characters all will know this. None of this is
Yep.
spoiler. There's an island up in the north
Mm-hmm.
where they had um a prison that was the most heavily guarded prison on the planet,
Yep.
and it was for like immortals or sorcerers or
Liches.
liches. You know,
Hmm.
big problems that no one can solve yet. So they stick them up here in this island up way up north. You know. Well,
Okay. So I've got a an idea of a character I could play, but the thing
yeah.
is, I don't know if you know about this specific creature.
What is it?
Uh, it's called a Chondra. Now,
Okay.
a Chondra is basically a shapeshifter.
Okay.
It requires, however, it requires the bones of like a thing that it's trying to shapeshift into.
I like
I
that.
like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. The thing is, people kind of like to hire Chondras to be assassins or spies.
Well, that would be perfect. Once they consume a body, they can turn into it whenever they want, or just the one time.
So long as they have the bones, they can turn into it whenever they want. So it's
Okay.
not uncommon
It
for
just
Chondras to have bone hordes.
like dragons with gold.
Yeah, or like
It's just the
Yeah.
humans,
little creatures.
or like humans with their dressing room, except instead of clothes, it's bones.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Well,
skeleton in your closet.
what would its primary
Uh,
walking around form be?
They don't actually have a proper form per se. They're gonna look a lot like Ditto, or like an amorphous jelly form.
So long as the bones are still good, they can do it.
That's
But
correct.
I'm sure like degradation will make them have to leave a body behind.
Yeah. The other thing is, you could also say that these bones are again inside a living body.
Yeah.
They do have a sense of morality, but at the same time, they do understand what contracts of assassination and spycraft mean. They do, however, look extremely down upon killing each of their own kind.
Okay. So they are a bit insular.
Yeah. So you don't really have a Condra kill a Condra.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but it would be very looked down upon.
I'm sure it's happened before, but it was either an insane contra or
Yeah.
something had to be put down. Like they wouldn't do it for money or anything like that.
Yes, that is very correct. I could imagine that in this max security prison or whatever else, there might be one or two kept in there. If these Condra are kept in that prison, they would be kept there without a body structure.
So just a ditto in a bucket or something.
Yeah, pretty much. The Ditto form, I should probably say that it's not a slime per se. It is muscle.
That's
Uh,
worse.
oh, I don't like it.
Yeah, but it's amorphous muscle, so
It's just like a hunk of meat.
yeah, pretty much.
It's a slab of flesh.
It's the horse. It's the no leg meat tube.
It's just
Oh,
undulating towards you.
it's an undulating meat tube.
I picture this
My character will be absolutely terrified of the natural form.
So does it take any effort to hold a form, or can they just? It's like putting on
Practically
clothes.
effortless. It's like walking and breathing for humans.
Okay, just putting on
Yeah.
clothes, pretty much. Okay.
My character so far is just a fucking carpenter. Like, no fighting ability hardly.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, we can work that in. Like, it wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
I was mainly wanting to talk about it. That way, you guys could get started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the orange is the quarantine zone then?
Nope. That's a big open uninhabitable area.
Okay.
Uninhabitable. No one has the chance to actually try to take that land yet because of how big it is, and none of the races have enough manpower or technology to take it on their own, and no one can get along enough to do it together.
All right.
So
Economically, it is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
The quarantine is the red circle.
Okay. So what's the green and the gray for everything?
Green is like good land. Okay, like just generally good. Gray is up north and the very bottom of the page. Ice and frozen areas. Okay. And the gray going down the middle of that one continent, that's mountain ranges. The mountains are drawn.
Yeah.
The little triangle. And the cool thing that Big actually kind of helped me out with is the being that it was so long ago. No race has the same story on how that crater happened.
Ooh. Oh, so it's like full of mythos.
Yeah. Each race has their own opinion and story about how it happened.
Meanwhile, you see Annie standing on the shoreline of one of the nearby islands, just holding a staff, casting rank 1 meteor.
The more you ask about the initial world before we start, the better.
Yeah,
because they'll be able to let you flesh your character out.
Anything that your character doesn't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, so that small circle of islands there, is there anything significant?
Those are volcanoes. Those are volcanoes.
So it's a bit like the Hawaii situation then?
Yep. Pretty much.
Actually, here's a better question. Is the world flat?
No.
Okay. So the world is round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because gravity.
Yeah, and because smart people.
Exactly.
It's like, we're playing on a flat world. Oh, yay.
Guys, haven't told you I have enough flat earth to now. Yeah. AKA, please kill me.
It would be interesting, though, if we did play on a fantasy flat world. Like, the first thing that I would do is I'd try to go directly to the edge and see what's at the bottom.
Alright, I'm going to bungee jump off the side of the world.
Or better yet, because we've got airships, we'll just fly underneath. Seasons. Are there just the standard 4 seasons, or is there something going on with that?
That's something I haven't thought about. That's another reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about it, because you guys will make me think of things that I wouldn't think of on my own.
Yeah.
This is kind of harder to see, but I have it all divided up into countries, and they all have names and everything.
Ah, beautiful.
It's really rough. I'm gonna be doing a cleaner cut where it's the colored in cut up with a legend and everything.
Okay.
12 occupies all 3 of those countries. Or the county, I don't know what to call it. Those 3 pieces.
Shire of 12.
Providence. What was it called in? Oh my! The game where the kids, the show, the movie where the kids killed one another.
Like
Hunger Games.
Districts.
What were they called? District.
District 12. District
11.
District 13. Yeah. 11. District 7. It's full of alleys.
It's full of rooms.
They just violently vibrate towards you.
If you wear pants, you're a target.
Like there's just one single leaf floating on the wind, and all the alleys are chasing it.
It's the only way to get past them.
Sea life. I know you said like most of the sea life is all fucked up and whatever else, but I kind of want an example of how fucked up sea life would actually be. I imagine there's stories of monsters from the deep.
Oh yeah. It starts off with your very first campaign, your tutorial campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say you're on a ship that gets attacked by one of the creatures.
Okay.
So you will see it first.
Alright. I was just wondering if there's any, like, mythical monsters of the deep, like, you know, the Moby Duck.
The Moby Duck.
Now there is.
Okay.
You think I'm joking?
You can correct me.
The Great White Duck.
But this is what I'm thinking.
Battle Ward's got fangs and shit.
It sounds like Daffy or Donald.
Not all of the sea life is fucked up. Like, people still fish, and people still the equivalent of whale hunting that we have, and
Okay, it's just whale hunting is a lot more
it's
lucrative.
just we actually have Leviathan class monsters now, and
Oh, yeah.
there are now that there are man-eating mermaids and things like that now.
Oh, fucking yay.
So
something like a siren.
a siren, but not doesn't sound good.
Okay, so I've already got something going on in my head that's going to be pretty funny. What happens if a man-eating siren meets with a Chondra?
Depends on who kills the other first.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept that.
Right now, I don't know what Subs will pick, but if I go with Ingenuity of Human build, that would be a decent lock. Well, it probably wouldn't be a good lock picker, but he could find a way around a lock.
You're a MacGyver.
Yeah.
Going after hinges where you know there's supposed to be a hinge, you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because like that's going to be all about. If I go with this build, that'll be like where all my points go is just Ingenuity creator. Won't be able to fight to save my life, but
Okay,
I'll put a little into it. I'll put a little bit into it, but
so if I can, I don't know if this is going to be early game or if it's going to be mid game perk bonus or anything like that. But as a Chondra, what if whenever I take over a body, I get like one aspect of that person aside from their looks and whatever else, like
you roll. Okay, you roll.
Yeah.
You roll for something they have. If it's above 10, it's a good thing. Like
if
maybe
it's below 10, I get like depressive alcoholism.
Yeah.
That would be a 5 or lower. Like the degree would depend on the number.
It's like
I like that. Let's roll with that.
Or like obsessive compulsive, where you have to rhyme your sentences.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
I like that too.
And then if you fuck it up, you have to listen to like a 10-minute rant from that one annoying dwarf I had, and
who goes on about NTR.
That lives in the tavern.
Like I kind of want to ask this question. My character would not be suited towards this at all, but would there be a bounty for Leviathans?
Yeah, and other things, other creatures.
Nice. Like I'm not. My character is not suited to take on a Leviathan at all at the present moment.
Join a raiding party though.
Yeah.
That you might hear about.
Or join like a whaling airship.
That'd be cool. I just thought about it, but I'll probably also post like wanted message boards, like wanted posters and stuff.
Sweet.
And if your character sees anything that they might want to do, we could probably do a one shot of that, like in between campaigns.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
a little bit like a Witcher 3 notice board.
Yeah. Like say your character notices a wanted poster for a thief out in the woods, you know, outside of town. Yeah. In between me making the next major story map, I could do up a little one-shot map, and we can do it in between when everybody has a chance.
Yeah, that'd actually be a great way to earn some extra side cash if there was something in the shops that I wanted to get.
Yeah, and like we don't even have to do up a map for it if you just want to do a one-off right there in the like just between. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So if your character's like, man, I need some gold, but you don't want to wait till the next story, we can do that.
Yeah, like, man, I need some gold. Right, here's some clay, make 100 pots.
Yeah. Anything else you can think of?
The only thing that I'm thinking of is the race of characters. Are there any like half animal creatures, like not centaurs, but what I'm talking about is like Juliet style half animal?
Yeah.
Okay. That means I have access to virtually every single DeviantArt picture.
Forever and always.
Yeah. In truth, that's actually what I'm liking the most about my character. It's like, ooh, this guy looks awesome. I'll be him this time.
I want a story behind everyone that you get.
Yes. Again, because I'm like level 1, I'll probably have like mostly random faceless fuckboys.
Yeah.
But like, imagine like in game, like the party kidnaps like a senator or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my
Like
my contra needs
I'm
to find and
imagining-
eat Gomez.
I'm
Oh,
ima-
God.
I'm imagining him turning into like an ant.
Yep.
I'm still thinking about the weight thing, and then we fire him from a catapult.
Best sniper in the world.
So you like you like guide yourself through the sky, and then you make like a pinhole, like gunshot wound through
Meanwhile, I'm
whoever because it's a fuck.
And then I'm buried like 20 feet underground.
You just jet ridered yourself into the core of the earth. We just dropped you off an airship.
Okay, so that's gonna have to be like one of my weaknesses is that I cannot consume golems.
Well, they're not flesh.
Yeah, anything that doesn't have flesh, you wouldn't be able to consume. I assume anyway.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
things like slimes, wisps,
Yeah.
ghosts.
I can't do anything that doesn't have a corporeal form and also does not have any organic matter.
I want you to consume a Leviathan as your end game.
Yeah, I kind of want that as well.
Like the
I want
entire
that
party
too.
has to hang around in a boat and protect him while he's eating it for like 3 campaigns.
Yeah.
So say if you're like a human, what if they're missing like a finger bone? Then you just turn into a human with no finger?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I get it now. I get it
If
now.
they're missing teeth, I will have the same teeth missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they're missing a toe, you're missing that toe.
Yep, that's correct.
If they had like a scoliosis, you would have scoliosis.
That's correct.
Okay, that's really cool. I'm getting it now.
Yeah. Other Condra can potentially craft their own bones, like non-organic bones. They can potentially craft their own bones, but that's kind of like a pride thing. It's like
Yeah, they won't be necessarily like
yeah,
they won't necessarily be taking the form of anybody specific. Just they'll be
Yeah.
wrapping around those fake bones.
correct. Yep. They'll look weird. They'll act weird. They'll even be snobbishly weird.
Do you want to go over the first mission setup a little bit so we can all figure out why we're there?
Yeah.
So, well, for you two, it's going to be easy because I know what your characters are all about now,
Sweet.
Yeah.
more or less. You're on a ship, and Annie could have easily taken a contract to go somewhere on the ship, and you could just be relocating or be the carpenter for the ship. I'll let you decide that. I'm not going to tell you, one way or the other. But since Annie gets around a lot, it'd be easy for him to be on the boat.
Yeah. Like it wouldn't be too hard for me to actually say, yeah, I've got like a person waiting or a contract waiting across waters.
Yeah. Well, the ship gets a little bit too close to the crater area.
Mhm.
I'll explain the reasons whenever the campaign is. But and you guys, the first map is going to be a cutscene map.
Okay.
I'm letting you guys know that because the ship's it's gonna go down no matter what you do. But I'm gonna let you guys play the map anyway, just so you can get a feel for everything.
Yeah, cut teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
I hate.
Sugs.
Hey, Zoogies.
Jeez.
Hello.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah.
She's alive. Good die.
I know you don't like god moding a couple of characters, but if it serves the purpose of the story, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, like I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
But
if
I also
it
don't
is
like-
to get the story started, then yeah, it's good.
yeah. And I don't like whenever video games throw you into a certain area and you can't do something and they don't tell you that
Yeah.
you're supposed to lose a fight or something like that.
Oh,
And no
God,
matter
yeah.
how hard you try, you're supposed to lose.
Yeah, it's so
So I'm giving
aggravating.
you guys the warning. I'm giving you guys the warning that you're supposed to lose.
Okay.
But I still want you to play the map anyway. Anyway, you guys get attacked by the creature, and you crash land on a nearby island. It is uninhabited, and you guys have to figure out how to get off of it.
Okay.
So
I know how to get off.
Yeah.
me too. Oh wait.
Yeah, of course you would.
Bad girl.
No. Yes.
Back to your cage.
Yes. Okay. Back to the attic. The
Yeah.
sex dungeon attic. You used to be.
Oh my god, I hated those fucking jokes.
What, did Big
You
not
had
like the
every-
sex dungeon jokes?
Yeah.
What?
Didn't start. Sort of started.
Oh, no.
She started it. I just kept going along.
I kind of miss them, actually.
I do too sometimes.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
for getting off the island, there's literally any way that you guys could figure out how to do it. I'll
Okay.
allow it. There's no right answer, no specific right answer. I've got several things set up for different options.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you guys play and see where it falls,
Alright.
and then we're gonna go.
The wrong answer is try to swim to safety.
If you want to do that, be the creature that just killed your ship.
Unless you perk everything into swimming, and then.
Then you just become that guy that.
No, no, what I do is I find a beached whale.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
Oh, that, and everybody, Jonah, that shit and hop in your mouth and.
Yeah. Or I was more thinking Pokemon. Lapras, you surf.
Everybody stands on the back of a very smooth-skinned creature, standing on it through waves and shit. Yeah.
Oh shit! Actually, that reminds me, Sugs. There was a person that crossed the English Channel in an inflatable hamster ball.
That's.
Oh. Impressive.
That's really funny.
Yep.
But
Okay. So yeah, for context, Sugs, we're talking about Ali's campaign that she's thinking up of.
whenever I started
Yeah,
later.
she's going to be starting a campaign, different universe, new canon. It's not going to be broken. Where gold in our universe is like less than pebbles.
Yeah.
Literally.
And
3 pebbles is more valuable than a bag of gold.
it has more significance.
It has more significance, yes.
Oh my god, rock! Thieves! There's thieves everywhere!
Don't get rock, get leave.
Don't get rocky, leave! Want a house? Leave! You need clothes? Leave! Need a blanket? Leave! Rock is cold and hard and dumb. Leave me soft and warm and cuddly. And you can condense it down and it fits in your pack while rock is dumb and one heavy piece of bad. Ugh!
This has been brought to you by Ali Rule Estates.
It's real estate. My God.
Okay, look. The map's open.
Yep.
Y'all can hop in whenever you're ready.
Sweet.
Password's Leaf, as usual. Leaf, yes. Now, I'm going to go have a scrap whenever everybody's ready.
Yep.
I'm going to sit down and start bullshitting this bullshit.
Sweet.
Bullshit in the bullshit, guys.